Dear husband, if you are watching this, it's just questions. So if I was in that position where my spouse had a small thing and the choice was for him to use a strap on or for me to get piped by somebody else, it would have to be a combination of the two for me. Because sometimes I'm gonna just want to be with my person. I'm gonna just want to be with my person that I love. No, to be honest, but it's sometimes I'm gonna want to get piped, like really piped. And thank God my men can give me both. Yeah, it will have to be a combination because it's gonna be moments that I just want to be with my guy, but it's gonna be other moments when that piece of plastic just not gonna cut it.
I do think there's something to be said about a man instead of a dildo. I know people always say how you have this conversation talking about what are men for? We got dildos, bitch.
Listen,
Yeah, like come on.
the natural thing is that plastic cannot compare to the real thing. With the blood pumping through it and the warmth and
I completely agree with you though. There's a difference. There's a difference. I and I know there are women who,
yeah, if you have a reason to be using a toy, like for example, you don't have a committed person, you want to be on the safe side. If you're a younger female who, you're just not ready for a commitment or just be having sex with random people, that's fine. But if I had to choose me, I have a husband. If I had to choose between my husband and a toy, it's gonna be the real thing.
yeah, I do agree with you on that. Like, a toy is like a substitute. It's a now and then thing. It's not an everyday thing. You're gonna get bored. You know what I mean? You're not gonna want that every single day. You're not gonna be there like, oh, let me just get that toy and leave this man. You're not gonna do that.
Leave this man.
Yeah. You're not gonna leave this man for child. No, you're gonna want to be with the man. There's a difference. Human connection, we all really love that. As much as we like to think to ourselves that, hey, we are not, we can be alone. We are so independent. We don't need men and so on. We do need them. They're pretty great sometimes. Shout out to the men out there who are actually great. Actually great. But honestly, let me go back to what you were saying about the whole cockhole thing. I don't know what I'd do because I don't know how I would look at the guy that I love and be like, I need to go and get a next man. And I don't know how I would look at him when he has a dildo on, a strap on, because it's not a dildo, just dildo, it's a strap on, entire strap on, knowing that he's underneath that strap on. And it's like, he's just so tiny, he can't help himself. I don't know.
I don't know. Do guys have penises that are that small? I mean, I saw a video one time with a guy, and it was like just a hole. I
No,
don't know where the penis went.
people do have small penises. They're there. They're there. And I've had, and I'm trying to be so grown up about this. Do you hear the way I'm talking? Like, I'm such an adult right now. Yeah. No, I've had friends reach out to me who actually do have small penises, and we've had conversations about it, and about how they feel about it and so on, and how it makes them feel. And to be honest, they're really really hurt by it. Like, they feel like they're less than because of that size. And I don't know, I just don't. Probably if we're in a relationship and he's like, I know you want to be satisfied in a way that I can't, let me try and do this. But I don't know, if he doesn't bring it up, I wouldn't bring it up. I just don't like to embarrass and shame people. That's just me. But until the real Jamaican comes, I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm joking, but to be honest, I don't know. Joking.
Joking.
I'm joking. But guys, what would you do? Put it down in the comment section. What would you do? Would you leave? Would you say? If you don't want to put it in the comment section, DM us and we'll hit you back.
Yeah, put it in the comment section. Ain't nobody gonna see nothing. And for guys too, if you're females, I don't know if this is a thing, but I've seen females with wider underparts. If your female had a wider underpart, not that your thing is small, but how wide it is, you can't fill it, would you use a strap on to fill the gap? And ladies, if your guy had a thing that was so small that it couldn't please you, would you prefer to watch have him watch you doing it somebody else, or would you want him to wear a strap on? Would it be a combination of the two, or would you just go find somebody else in general?
Yeah, because you have to remember that there's some women, it's not to talk about being larger or so on. Some women actually like the fisticuff. You know what I mean? They want a fisticuff. So
Kathy, I'm concerned that you know about all these things. We need to.
I'm concerned for my own health too. I'm like, what?
You asked me a question the other day, and I was looking at you like, what? And you asked me about pegging. What is pegging, Kathy Lee?
Oh, so pegging is the new wave. And it's not the new wave. It's the new wave of things it's the new wave of things I've been hearing about from people.
Hearing about? What is pegging? What is pegging? Tell us.
So pegging is basically when a woman actually uses strap-on and has sex with her man. Now, there's a lot of conversation about it, about if it's being if that's being gay or not, because it's not a man that's having sex with you, it's a woman. And remember, so I'm not sure, but I was listening to there's a lot of going on here, but I was listening to something, let me just say that, and the person was talking about pegging, and the girl was saying, that she is open to pegging. She's open. She was just like, oh, I'm open to pegging. Like, oh, I'll peg my boyfriend if he wants me to peg him. I'm like, this thing going on out here.
If I ever said that shit to my husband, it would be the last of me.
Don't be saying that on this podcast.
Dead serious. I'm married to Jamaican, y'all. So it's certain things I don't even whisper. Oh, baby, you want me to peg you tonight? What? It's not a thing in my universe. And I feel like I would be disturbed. Like, if I would be disturbed if one night I'm having sex with my husband and he says, peg me. All right. I would have got up like, wait. I would have been concerned. Like, where is this coming from? Like, no, I'm dead serious. How would you feel if your husband, who's been straight all your life, you're having sex with him and he gets up and he says, peg me? You'd be okay with it in that moment? You'd just be like, okay.
So, so if I'm having sex with, as you said, I'm having sex, he would be my husband. I'm having sex with my husband now, and and he turns around to me and he says,
peg me,
baby, peg me. I don't know how I would react. And this is why I'm so open to everybody in their life and what they want to do, and what makes you happy. I believe you should do it as long as it's with consent. I believe you should do it, and everybody, it's consensual, everything. I believe you should do it as long as it makes you happy. But I don't know if I would be the person for that job. I don't know if I could be the person.
Think about it. I'm having sex with my husband years, and we're good, and we're in this place, and we're, and then suddenly my husband says, peg me. And I'm going to be like, wait.
No, but that will be different because you're with your husband. So take it from your husband. You are in a relationship. This is not your husband. You're in a relationship. And the guy turns around and says, hey, I want you to peg me. What would you do? Because remember, this is not your husband or anything like that, but you guys have been together for a while. What would you do?
It's the same thing. Okay, so let's take away the title then. He's not my husband, but we've been together for years. What's the difference? And we've been having sex and we've been trying different things, but never have we discussed touching your ass. And then you say to me out of nowhere, oh, peg me. I'm going to be so concerned. Like, where is this coming from? Has someone been touching your ass? Like, do we need to talk about it? Now, if it's something that we've talked about. Like, we're talking about different things to do sexually, and you were like, let's try anal. Oh yeah, you could try anal, and you could try to peg me, and we're like, all right, let's get drunk one night, let's just have some sex and just do explore things. It's different. But imagine me having sex with my man, and if it's somebody new, we're getting to know each other, and he's like, yeah, I like to get pegged. Then it gives me time to think about it, like, oh, is this something that I really want to get into? But me and my man been together for years. Never have we done this. Never have we talked about it. And he just says, peg me. What the hell?
You said, no, not a bumbleclea, Nico.
No, real though.
Oh God, that shit was funny.
Yeah, guys, this is funny.
Yeah, but I've never experienced that, but it would lead to a bigger conversation regardless. It would lead to a bigger conversation, so we'd have to iron out some stuff. But hey,
We would have to iron out some stuff. Listen, I am getting up and I'm packing and I'm leaving, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm gonna feel like I'm in somebody else's house. There's a stranger in my house. You just out of this. Oh, peg me. No, it's not a thing. No, this is something that we would have to talk about. We'd have to have an understanding. Like, don't just throw things at me like that. Like, no.
I mean, as you always say, to each his own. But
To each his own, girl. If you're having sex with your man for years and he said peg me, and you're like, okay, and
I'm just out here. I'm just out here acting like, because I don't think I'd be like, let me just let me plug this shit up.
I would be so concerned. I would be genuinely, like, just thinking about it makes me concerned. I'm just thinking, if that was supposed to ever happen, I would be so distraught. I would just get up, look at him like, what?
Oh God. But yeah, so pegging's a thing, guys, that it's been happening, and I think it's not with the younger generation, to be honest. It's not.
I feel like you're making things up.
I'm not making things up, because they say the male G spot is in the butt, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. But hey.
I'm gonna have to see where the male G spot is located, because I don't want to mislead people. We're here to educate and inform. Where is the male G spot?
I'm telling you, it's in their ass.
The male G spot is the prostate, and it's about 2 inches in the rectum towards the belly. Wow, 2 inches in the rectum. Wow.
I'm actually telling you, it's in their butt. I know this.
So for a man to get truly stimulated, they have to get fucked in the ass.
I don't know if it's to get truly, but I don't know if they've experienced the crazy kind of orgasm they could. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's where it is, though. Fun fact. Good times. But yeah, that's because this is a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I am full tonight from this conversation. I hope that you guys find it as filling.
So, guys, please remember to subscribe. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm, so you can see more videos of us. And we really appreciate all the support you've been giving to us. Don't forget, comment down below on the questions that we've asked. Please remember to like and follow us on Instagram at For Potting's Sake, and also at
my personal page.
Yeah, or or
my personal page is Dear Chemical, DEAR_KIMMIKO.
Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram at Unbreakable Kathy. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.